The lesson today is to simplify algebraic expression using what you have learned, which is factorizing. So, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to use various factorizing techniques to simplify algebraic expression. Now, let's just do a little bit of recall. Let's have a look at x squared minus 12x plus 35. Now, you know that this is actually the expanded form. So you want to factorize it. Recall, factorizing, you need two numbers which multiplies as the constant of this expression, and then the two numbers will add up to minus 12. So think about it, what you need. You know, in this case, the two numbers should be minus 5 and minus 7. Because minus 5 times minus 7, the product is plus 35, and minus 5x minus 7x, when you add both of them up, it's minus 12x. So you need to recall how to factorize. Then, let's think about perfect square. So if I gave you x squared minus 12x plus 36, you can see that the 12x is actually made out of minus 2 times 6x, correct? 2 of 6x, 36 is 6 squared, and that's x squared. So therefore, perfect square, this is x minus 6, or x minus 6 squared. Alright, this is perfect square. Now, what about something like x squared minus 49? This is the difference of two squares. Dots, which is x minus 7, x plus 7. This is made up of 7 squared, and this of course is x squared. Alright, so you need to recall all these skills. And of course, the other thing you need to remember is taking out the highest factor. For example, if you have 2x squared plus 4x, to factorize that, that is 2x, x plus 2. And 2x here is the highest common factor. Alright, so recall the technique of factorizing. Now, the next thing we need to look at is, let's have a look at simplifying some of these fractions. Of course, you know 2 over 6. It will simplify as 1/3. Pretty straightforward, yeah? Alright, what about 2a over 6? Now, what we need to do is look at this. This is a constant. This is actually 2 over 6 times a. So you know 2 over 6 can be simplified to 1/3. So 1/3 a, or therefore you can write it as a over 3. Now the next bit, 2a over 6a squared. How would you do it? Alright, again, I can write this down as 1/3 times a over a squared, right? Because 2, 6 is 1/3. A over a squared, you can either use your index law, or you know a divided by a squared is 1 over a. So therefore, this is 1 over 3a. Alright, let's have a look at the fourth situation. 2a plus 1 divided by 6a plus 3. Can I actually just simplify it by actually simplify this term, 2 over 6? In fact, not, because 2a plus 1 is one particular number, 6a plus 3 is one particular number. The fact that there is actually a plus sign here indicates that you cannot and you should never simplify it by just cancelling the 2 over 6. Now, let's take for example, if a is 2, alright, if a is 2, you know that we substitute in to this expression, we've got 2 times 2 plus 1 divided by 6 times 2 plus 3. It is actually 5 over 15, which is 1/3. Correct? Yep. Now, let's look at simplifying this expression without putting in a number. Now, 2a plus 1, there's no common factor between 2a and 1, so I can't do anything. Leave it as 2a plus 1. Whereas 6a plus 3, think about 6a plus 3, the highest common factor is 2. Or it's actually 3. So therefore, if I take the 3 out, I've got 2a plus 1. Now, the denominator and the numerator, we've got a common term, which is 2a plus 1. Therefore, we could actually cancel that. 2a plus 1 divided by 2a plus 1 is 1. So therefore, the whole expression becomes 1/3, which is similar to that. Right? So, what you need to think about in this sort of situation, you need to use your idea of factorizing to factorize the algebraic expression, whether it is the numerator or denominator. All right? Let's have a look at an example. Whoa, look at this. I've got x squared plus 4x minus 12 divided by x squared plus 6 plus x minus 6. So how do I actually simplify this? All right, let's take one step at a time. Let's look at the numerator. Can I factorize it? Of course, because I can find two numbers which multiplies to minus 12, and when they add together is plus 4x. So what are they? All right, so think about the factor of 12 is 1 or 12. Doesn't work because 1 of 12, 1 and 12, if you add it up, it cannot be 4. All right, what about 2 and 6? Well, 2 and 6 is possible because if I have minus 2 and plus 6, minus 2x plus 6x, I've got plus 4x. And minus 2 times 6 is minus 12. Bingo, that works. So I've got x, take away 2, x minus 2, x plus 6. Factorize the numerator. Now, what about the denominator? Two numbers that multiplies, it becomes minus 6. And both numbers add up to be plus 1. So it looks like it should be something like 2 and 3. So think about it, which is positive, which is negative. So 2 and 3, if I've got plus 3 and minus 2, both of them add up, I've got 1. And then 2 times minus 2 times 3 will give me minus 6. So that works, x minus 2, x plus 3. All right, so here you can see that I can cancel x minus 2 because x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 is 1. So this expression, algebraic fractions, simplifies to x plus 6, x plus 3. All right, that's all you can do. You cannot divide 6 by 3 in this case. Just remember that. All right, so I've written all this out very carefully. So take your time, observe it, read through my slides. Let's have a look at the next bit. Let's try this. X squared minus x minus 12 divided by x squared minus 12x plus 32. All right, let's factorize the numerator, then the denominator. So, two numbers multiplies to minus 12, adds up to minus 1. So it has to be x minus 4, x plus 3, because minus 4x plus 3x will give you minus x. And minus 4 times 3 will give you minus 12. All right, what about the denominator, x? What can I do? So 32, I would think the factor would be 4 and 8. You know why? When you're asked to simplify, generally the numerator will have one binomial expression the same as the denominator. So therefore, you can see that there should be an x minus 4 and x minus 8. Minus 4 times minus 8 will give you plus 32. Minus 4x minus 8x will give you minus 12x. So therefore, I can cancel off the x minus 4, and this algebraic fraction will become x plus 3, x minus 8. Right? Very good. So next one, let's look at part A first. I'll show you what to do with part A. Then I would like you to pause the video for a while. 2 minutes to 3 minutes to work on part B. Now A, how would I simplify it? Again, let's look at what the factor is. Factor for numerator, x squared plus xy. It has to be x, correct? So therefore, I've got x plus y. Now, this bit here, x squared minus y squared. Remember, this is your difference of two squares. So, difference of two squares, a squared minus b squared, is actually a plus b, a minus b. So therefore, in this case, I've got x minus y, x plus y. This way, I can cancel off the x plus y, because x plus y divided by x plus y is actually 1. So therefore, you've got x over x minus y. Now, pause the video for about 3 minutes. Let's see if you can work out what b is. Alright, let's look at b. First, let's look at the numerator, 8 and 50. What actually is the highest common factor? In fact, it's 2. 8 can be divided by 2, 50 can be divided by 2. There is no other factor. So now here it becomes 4n square minus 25m square. Alright? Let's have a look at the denominator now. The denominator, you've got n cubed and n square. So one of the common factor will be n square. And then 4 and 10. It will be 2. Because 4 can be divided by 2, 10 can be divided by 2. So therefore, you've got 2n square. And the denominator becomes n plus 5m. Correct? Now, let's have a look at the numerator. This 4n square minus 25n square. You could actually think about it as a square minus b square, your dots. Because 4n square is actually 2n all square. 25m square is actually 5m all square. So therefore, the numerator is 2. 2n all square minus 5m all square divided by 2n square n plus 5m. Alright? In fact, I'm happy for you to skip this step and go straight into 2n minus 5m plus 2n plus 5m over 2n square. In fact, it's 2n plus 5m. I made a mistake. There should be a 2 and 2 here. Alright? Because 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it was my mistake. Here, therefore, I can cancel that off. 2n plus 5m, 2n plus 5m. 2 and 2, I can cancel that as well. So therefore, the whole algebraic fraction becomes 2n minus 5m over n square. Alright? You can't simplify this any further. This is it. This is all you can do. The next one, this time you have got 4 different algebraic expressions, one divided by the other. I want you to pause this video for 5 minutes and see if you can actually work out how you could simplify that. So, coming back, let's have a look at y squared minus 3y minus 10. Alright, so that's y and y, I know that. Now, 10 is 2 and 5. 2 times 5. And I need minus 5 and plus 2. because 5 minus 5 plus 2y will give you minus 3y. Now the denominator, I will have to take the y out because it's y squared minus 5y. So therefore it's y minus 5. And then multiply. The next one, what would 2y squared minus 2y? What is the highest common factor? It's in fact 2y, correct? So that's y, take away 1. And then the denominator, of course, this will be 2 and 3. I will have minus 3 and plus 2 because 3 minus 3y plus 2y gives you minus y. And minus 3 times plus 2 gives you minus 6. So you have factorized all that. Now, what you can do is start cancelling off. Because this is multiply y minus 5 divided by my y minus 5. That is 1. Here, I've got y plus 2 and y plus 2. Remember, this is multiplication, so therefore you can cancel off. If it is addition, you cannot. All right? And then y and y cancel off. So the whole expression will now become 2y minus 1, take away y, divided by y minus 3. Not take away, sorry. So it's 2y minus 1 over y minus 3. Now, the last one, last but not the least. This time, I've got a division sign. What do you need to do? Remember, you need to take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So now, let's, if you want, you can rewrite this as x squared minus 4 divided by x squared plus 2x plus 1 times x squared plus 3x plus 2 divided by x squared minus 2x plus 1. All right? You've taken the reciprocal. Then factorize everything. So x squared minus 4 is a difference of difference of 2 square. So you know it's x minus 2, x plus 2. All right, next one. X squared plus 2x plus 1. So you know this is actually a perfect square. It's actually x plus 1 square. Because 1x plus 1x gives you 2x. And then 1 is 1 square. Next one. X squared plus 3x plus 2. So that could be x plus 1, x plus 2. Because 1x plus 2x is actually 3x. And finally, the denominator will be x minus 1 square. Again, is a perfect square. All right? So here, what can I do? I can actually cancel x plus 1 and x plus 1. That's all I can do. Multiplying the numerator, I've got x minus 2, x plus 2 square. All right, because you have 2x plus 2. And then I've got x plus 1, x minus 1 square. That's it. You can't do any more. You cannot simplify anymore. All right? So hopefully, you should recognize how you could actually factorize the numerator and denominator when you multiply and divide algebraic fractions. All right? So remember, simplifying, you need to factorize numerator and denominator and then cancelling fractions. All right? Hopefully, you've learned to use your various factorizing techniques to simplify algebraic expression. I'm going to stop here and you should be able to do some exercise.